All right, guys. Raiders 10, Chargers 26. Let's be honest, it wasn't that close. Could have been a lot worse. Raiders just couldn't get anything going offensively today. Really struggled. I asked Derek Carr after the game about finding rhythm last week, really getting things going against the Browns, and not being able to do that today. And he talked about third down being the biggest issue. You get into a rhythm, you're able to convert those third downs, you stay on the field, really get things going, and they weren't able to do that. Gruden mentioned only having 4 possessions in the second half, and that speaks to just their inability to really get anything going. Turnovers killed them. The one turnover, it was that was the game changer. They had a chance to get back into the game, would have made it 20-10. You got to give the ball to Marshawn Lynch there. Both Gruden and Carr were asked about it. There was a stat thrown out there, I think, by Pro Football Focus. Situations where you got the ball on the 1 yard line, you have Marshawn Lynch and a chance to punch it in with him. Teams have thrown 4 times. They are 0 for 4 in those situations with 2 interceptions. Talking about the 1 yard line with a chance to go in for a score. Those are just things that can't happen, and it continues to happen for some reason with Marshawn Lynch in the backfield. That was the backbreaker. You had the fumble by Martavis Bryant, and that was a big one too. That was early in the game. The Chargers had just gotten their first score of the game to make it, was it 10-3 at the time? I mean, it's a one-score game right there. He gets a big play over the middle, ends up being an offensive pass interference, plus he drops the ball. Really, really bad fumble too. Didn't take a big hit or anything like that. Just careless with the ball. And that was pretty much it as far as life goes for the Raiders. Kind of a meaningless touchdown if you play fantasy football and you've got Carr or Jordy on your team. You're probably happy about that one. Little 1 yard touchdown pass. They quick snapped the Chargers, kind of caught them on their heels and got Jordy into the end zone to make it look somewhat respectable. But 26-10 doesn't really tell the story. This was a blowout in every way, shape, and form. Derek Carr talked about the Chargers defense. I almost called them San Diego in the press conference, and he gave me props for catching myself there. It's still hard to call this team LA. But gave them props for just keeping everything in front of them. The way they play defense, they really keep everything in front of them. They don't let anything get deep. Even in those 2-minute drill situations, really dropping those 2 guys deep and giving you the middle of the field, which you saw at the end of the first half. Unfortunately for the Raiders, they couldn't get enough yardage to have a legitimate shot at the field goal. They did attempt it. It still fell, I'd say a good 5 yards short of actually getting in there. So tough one for the Raiders overall. Now they have to make the long trip across the pond to London. They're going to be leaving on Thursday, I believe, to head out to London. That's going to be tough. Seattle, you know what? I got to be honest. I haven't seen a final score with the Rams and the Seahawks game, but I know it was tied at 24 late. So that shows you what kind of team Seattle can be given the right situation. We know how good the Rams are. If Seattle's going to play them that tough, and the Raiders are going to look this bad against I almost did it again, San Diego. Against L.A., you got to figure next week's going to be a rough one overseas. They haven't had any luck in London yet. I don't think they're going to have any luck next week. They're going to have to find something in this offense to really get them going. I asked Gruden about Carr's progression in this offense and how comfortable he is, and and he said he's doing fine and he has a grasp of the offense. But at times it really doesn't look like it. He's very uncomfortable in the pocket, kind of unsure of himself, whether he should take off, whether he should scramble, whether he should just buy time. Maybe not able to go through his progressions the way we would hope, but they have to do some serious work in the next few days to get ready for Seattle. And let's be honest, at 1-4, you can pretty much write this season off. They're going to have to go. They're going to have to go on a major 11-game run to finish 12-4 and have any shot at the playoffs. So that'll pretty much wrap it up here from Los Angeles StubHub Center, Carson, California, whatever you want to call it. We're only about 12 miles from LAX, so not too far. Once again, the final score, Raiders 10, Chargers 26. Talk to you soon.